that people in Bolga, when you are sick, move to Bongo to go and assess care.
I was just about saying that.
Yes, because the issue is, though we are saying it's free, let's understand that it is free to you, but it is not free to the service. Because someone is paying. It's like when you are going out in with somebody, you will not pay. Somebody
is paying,
for
especially when you add your friends.
Yes. So government is paying.
Okay.
So don't move, because we have every district population.
Okay.
And the government resources that they put there will be catered for the population that lives in, for example, Bolga East, Bongo, Sanankana Municipal. So based upon the population, that's why the government will send those resources there.
Okay.
So if we go there, we may put pressure on it, and it may not work as it is expected. And we will come back and complain that things are not working.
It's an emergency.
Emergency, they will deal with you.
It's an emergency.
Emergency, they will deal with it. So
but you don't buy from Bolga and go to
from Bolga intentionally. Decide that today I want to go to. They are having the free primary health care, so I will go there. No, for that one, no. But when you go there, some people stay in Bolga, but they go there and work. When you go there and you work, and there's a situation that need urgent attention, don't rush and say that because free primary health care, I need to come back. But we go there.
That one, even if you don't tell them, they'll go to the clinic. So don't worry, they'll go. Very well. I want us to talk about something very important. I mean, all that we've spoken about already are important, but this is a bit critical because it is sad when women when they want to replicate, they want to increase our population, they want to give us children to call and send, and they end up dying. Sometimes with the babies, sometimes, they die and leave the babies. Other times, they, both of them and all that. I know it's a worrying situation for you as health workers. But I'm also told that when it comes to antenatal clinics, that women do very well these days. They go for antenatal clinics. Where exactly is the problem coming from?
The problem, as I said, it is multifaceted. Under normal circumstances, we have pre-conception care. Then we deal with conception care, and then we move to delivery. But in our part of the world, we don't take the pre-conception care serious. Why am I saying that? You are a young woman, you are a young man, you want to start family. It is better that you are hasty before you conceive, because you are going to bring extra load to the woman. So with your health condition now, your weight and everything, be able to carry the pregnancy through to term. So when you have this preconception assessment, even your blood hemoglobin level and everything, let me say your blood, if you are anemic and you are conceiving, possibly you are starting on the wrong note. You get it? So everything within the system supposed to have been checked.
Even before
you conceived. So that we get to know that your system can carry this pregnancy to term. Then when you also become pregnant, you need to, as he said, antenatal. When you are pregnant, you need to access care. And that one is also free. We have 3 trimesters. 3. First 3 months of pregnancy, second 3 months, and the third 3 months, making it 9 before you conceive. And normally we want you to come early. That's the first 0 to the first 3 months. So that when we even detect any issue, we will be able to address it before delivery. If we see that you have anemic situation, we can use nutrition to correct it. Some of the food that we eat. So if you come early for the next, let's say first 1 month, for the next 8 months, we can give you counseling. You eat healthy and everything will go on well for you. And you improve upon your brand. Then you feel somebody may come. When they come, within the same month or within the same week, they are delayed. You get it? So at times, it becomes difficult for us. Nobody wants it. But when your health-seeking behavior is good and there's any challenge, to be able to be detected early and address it. If I cannot address it even here, let's assume A1 is the first point of call, then we can ask you to go to where higher level, as we discussed, like regional hospital, so that those higher level care will also take care of you. Possibly at the lower level, you may not have gynecologists there. But when you move to the regional hospital, there's a gynecologist who will deal with your peculiar condition. So when you stay far away and you wait till the 8th or 6th month, and you can possibly those nutritional things that we can use to ameliorate the situation may not be able to work, to mitigate or to restore may not be able to work. Again, somebody, whether you like it or not, may not be able to deliver on her own. Some will not permit us, because I dealt with one professor, he just passed on. He was teaching us and he said it. When she went to deliver her first baby, and they told her that he cannot, because he looked at her stature, a woman who is of height and everything, but the pelvic will not allow you to deliver on your own. So it means you may go through cesarean section. So if you are on your own and you want to deliver at home, what happens? So you may come at a stage whereby it becomes difficult for health officials to do anything to say. So that's why at times people come and they are saying that we are coming and we are dying in your hands. When did you come? So early health-seeking behavior is key. Someone may be of sickle cell and you have become pregnant. If care is not taken, and you may not, some people may not even know their status, and they are carrying the pregnancy. Anything can happen. So let's ensure that the basic things that we need, we avail ourselves it. We are being educated. Even if it becomes possible that we can live without child, is it not better than you are not aware of your situation and you become pregnant and you may die? Possibly, you may not give birth to a child, but you can live a meaningful life and support others than conceiving without knowing your own status. So, as I said, it's a multifaceted. Some may come from, as I won't deny, that it may be some negligence, but that one may be a minute. Cultural issues come on board. Some people, because of religion, if you haven't performed this rites and other things, you cannot go and begin to assess antenatal, and they are there. But we are praying.
We still have that.
So let's ensure the issue is all of us are stakeholders, the media, the community, and everybody. Let me play my role as health professional. The media play your role. The chiefs and other stakeholders, let's all play our role. Because nobody is happy
when that
about
happens.
what is happening. The current trend when people want to.
So currently, how many cases have we recorded from the beginning of the year till now?
We won't hide because the letter even made it known.
Yeah.
We have lost 27
women in this year.
This year, half year.
27 women.
Last year we lost 60. For the whole year, this year 27. Nobody is happy about it. So can't we do something about it? So,
you talked about you also having a part to be blamed for referrals. Now we've said that these CHIP compounds have been equipped to handle some of these cases, and the deliveries also even happen there, especially in the rural areas. They rely a lot on the CHIPS compound. Do we have proper structures to determine at what point should women be referred, and do they follow due process? Do the nurses they actually refer some of the women in time?
Yes, of course they do, but the issue is that normally, that's what I said earlier, that when we get the basic information, it is up to us to also adhere to it. Because at times when you even decide to say that, oh, this pregnancy, we may not be able to deliver you here, so move to this, and you are referring some people state, but they talk. When they hear of referral, they think that they have been sentenced to death, which is not the case. Referral means at the basic level, we have finished our part, move to the next level. It doesn't mean that your condition is so critical that you need to go and die. No, that's not the situation. The issue is we have levels of healthcare. We deal with the basic one here. You can access ANC and other things here. But looking at the condition, if you cannot deliver on your own to the normal PEV, there's no medical officer at the church compound who will be able to do surveillance session. You need to move to the district hospital or the regional hospital. So why can't we cooperate together? That's why we say come early. Within the pregnancy, the first time, we assess all.
We know people too that go early. They will go through all that, go to antenatal, go for this. Then at the final stage.
Yes, that's why I said that.
At the final,
I don't go coming. That's what I said, that at times some of the things may also come from us. At times, something may pass through that we may not be able to detect. You get it?
Yeah.
So, and if you come, somebody might have conceived about 4 times. Spontaneous abortion. You didn't do anything. And this month, you didn't menstruate. Means you have had an affair. It means possibly conception might have taken place. Then it has come out by itself. So next time when you come again and we are talking, you may think that you have not conceived. You get it?
Yeah.
But it has happened. So when you are dealing with that situation, you need to give clear history of yourself. But at times we hide. And when you hide, it may elude the midwife who is taking care of you at the church compound.
Mr. Dongo, 6 women last year.
60
women lost their lives last year. This year, we already have 27. I mean, this definitely is sad. Going forward, what do we do? From our end, from your end, we need to collaborate to see how we can resolve this. It has to stop. We don't even want to hear that even a single pregnant woman has lost her life. And I'm sure that's what you people also want.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's our prayer. it's not good news to hear that somebody who wants to give birth has lost their life. And most often they have other children they have to take care of. It's not good. And if you have witnessed some of the processes we go through after the death of the woman, you see that you'll be questioning the staff, the midwife, the doctor, the nurses, and you see midwives sharing tears, crying seriously for the death of the woman. Look, they go through a lot of pain, but nobody sees that one. You only see someone has lost their wife, someone has lost their mother, but they go through a lot of pain too. So no midwife, no doctor wants a woman to die. At times, they fail to detect something they would have ordinarily seen, and that will pass by them. And after the death, they'll say, this thing, I could have reported this one maybe last month, but I didn't see it last month. I'm seeing it today. And that alone will harm them too much. So these are a few things that will come and elude us. But with the process we go through, we are educating ourselves not to miss out of anything. But what we can do is the women, the families to be supportive. We need accurate information. You have women that will come, you ask how many times have you given birth? And they will mention 2, 3. The woman married somewhere, gave birth to 3, remarried, has given birth to 2 or 3. When they ask, they will give the current number of pregnancies. And everything is fine. They go through the way, everything is fine. Until the baby comes out, then the woman cannot control the bleeding. So if you are looking at 2 deliveries, the chips they can deliver without any problem. Then the baby comes out, then blood is pouring. The uterus cannot contract because it has given birth to a number of children more than the uterus can contain. So the uterus is now weak, it's tired. It cannot contract to stop the bleeding. Ordinarily, when the baby comes out, the blood, this thing is like a network, like a mesh, a net. So the knots are tight like that. So when it's cut, then it pulls and the knot is tightening firmly so the blood cannot come out. But some of them, because they are delivered many times, that knot is not able to tighten. So when the uterus cannot pull the knot to tighten so that the blood will not come out. So it's like all the pipelines are leaking and blood is pouring. And that is one leading thing that is causing the deaths of the women, bleeding. You see, so if you get proper history, and some of them to the deliver first, they were bleeding, they controlled. So when they come for the subsequent deliveries and they ask, have you had this issue? They say no. So if we know all the dangers, all the risk associated with the individual, we know the right quarters to let them deliver. Sometimes they want to prove that they are women, they stay at home. You have done all the antenatals, everything. They say, don't go into labor. Because looking at you, you cannot deliver in this child's compound. You have to deliver in the hospital where there's a doctor. So come this date, we'll let you go. They will not come. Some of them, you give them letters to go. They will take the letter, I'm going to prepare my things and come and go. They will not go. And some of them, you say, come for CS, just ordinarily. Because they don't want to go for a CS, they will sit in their house and be forcing to deliver. And when they have exhausted their energy, they can no longer push. That's where they rush into the facility. So we have a lot more to do. So the families should be supportive. The women should be frank with themselves and say the truth. So everybody has a role to play. Are we giving the best part of the meals to the men, leaving the women? Are they taking enough meat? Are they taking enough beans? Are they taking enough of protein? Are they getting fruits when they're pregnant? They are taking the drugs. Are they eating well for the blood to be there? Are they eating well for the baby to grow well? So we have to play our parts. And some of them, if the man is not there, the woman will not come to the facility. The man must say, go before they will go. The man will say, go for CS before they go for CS. If the man doesn't approve, nothing happens. And most often, the mother-in-laws are even stronger than everybody. If they don't give the go-ahead, the woman cannot do anything. So I call on everybody to play a role so that these women will not die. And let me just put this, the politicians should try to help us to strengthen the system. we need more doctors in the system, more specialized doctors in the system. So the postings are there, but many don't report. Now we have enough midwives in the system, but we still have areas that the midwives are not enough. Maybe because you are the MP's wife, okay? So you want to be in Bologa Health Center. So the regional director cannot take you to Fumbis Health Center because you are the MP's wife. You understand? And you have 10 MP's wife in one health center. Then the health center that has no politician's wife there. Maybe my father's only midwife is at that place. He's the only person. And the number of women who deliver is more than the number of women the 10 midwives in the town will deliver. So there will be exhaustion, there will be stress. It's a miss out of one case, that woman dies. So allow the health workers to send the midwives to where they are needed, not to where you want them to be.
Thank you very much. And for us to end, I would want us to touch a little on this again. It's very important. Last week, we had the DCE for Boku West here. Yes. And he said his wife is even a midwife. And sometimes at night, the calls that the woman gets is that they have only two, working, two people on every shift. And the pressure on them. Imagine if you have even 4 women delivering and you are just 2. The kind of pressure you'll be under.
Correct.
So are you aware that the Boku West, they don't have enough midwives? Or they do have enough?
It depends on the facility. We have many areas that the midwives are not enough. And the last time we had a discussion, the regional director took note of it. And the human resource manager is actively looking towards reshuffling some of the midwives to make sure that there is equity in the service. So that is something currently ongoing. Yes. And
I like that word, equity. Because some people, if you say equal, some people have enough and they don't need more. So if you add to them, you just be wasting, not wasting, but yes, wasting, because they end up going to sit at work and not doing
they won't do the work.
Anything. Okay. So yes, we are wrapping up. Is there anything you didn't say or said and want to reiterate?
I will talk of health-seeking behavior. Normally, my principle is that your own health is in your own health, in your own hands. But normally, everybody thinks that it is the midwife, the doctor, who is in control of my health. No. The principle is that your health is in your own hands. The choice that you make today may affect you 20 years to come.
Okay.
The reason why I say your health is in your own hands is that you have come to access healthcare. We have diagnosed you. We have given you medication. You may decide not to take the medication.
Or not complete it.
Complete it. So at the end of the day, whom are you thinking you are deceiving? It is your own. When it becomes worse, what happens? It is your life that you will lose. So we need to cooperate with each other.
Okay.
And we need to modify our health-seeking behavior. Early care seeking help us to identify and offer immediate solution, and it will help us to arrest the situation. But when you come too late, we may force, and it may not help the situation. So I'll plead that let's also take second look at our own lifestyle. Somebody, I had an encounter. We met a friend returned from overseas and we were having fun. Alcohol there, though me, I don't drink alcohol. Someone with his wife sitting there, the wife pregnant, he was taking alcohol and he was like, "How? Why a pregnant woman taking alcohol?" He asked, what is wrong with that? And I beg. It is no for a pregnant woman to take alcohol. So at times, some of our own lifestyle, we talk. So when you are on your own and you are doing whatever you want to do, it is your own life. But when you want to bring another life, we plead to our pregnant women, we need to know how we should conduct ourselves. Some take alcohol, you advise, they won't take. So you plead, let's change our lifestyle. So far as you, even if you drink, you smoke, and you intend to conceive, certain things you need to do away with. That's why we say that even pre-conception counseling would have identified you are a smoker, you are alcoholic. What can we do if you want to become pregnant? Stop these things and stay healthy for the next, let's say, 6 months before you can conceive, so that your system is prepared. If the system is not prepared for that pregnancy and you take seed, you may go through the process and at the end, you may not come out successfully. So we plead, let's take second look at our own lifestyle. Believe that one.
Very well. Thank you so much. Mr. Adongo.
Yes.
Your final submission.
All right. So I want to add that the discussion, we didn't add mental health issues. That is very key.
Okay.
We are all mad in one way or the other. So as part of the free primary health care, they will do mental health assessment. So at least if you have not done checkup on yourself, try and let them check you. You may think you are healthy, but you're actually sick. So for everybody, at least twice in a year, get to any health center or CHIEF's compound near you, check yourself and know your health status. Live healthy. Choose what you eat wisely, what you drink wisely. And if you cannot stop some of the things that doctor is saying is to stop, reduce it. Reduce it and live healthy. And for those who are on medicines, don't stop the medication because of 1 or 2 problems without consulting your doctor. Before you stop any medicine, let a doctor be aware. We need you alive. We need you healthy.
Thank you. All right. So this is where we draw down the curtains on this discussion. We have a lot more for you, but let me just say thank you to King James, officially Rexford King James Ejei, and Mr. Vincent Adongo for coming. We are grateful. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Also grateful. Thank you.
Joker.
Obi-moi mieux, obi-moi mieux. Sumo obi-moi mieux, sumo obi-moi mieux. I need some help. Put my head on fire can't cool. My head on fire can't cool. Slowing down on the marijuana, baby. Spending time training my mental. Softly make I take it to the right place. You can't testify, no be easy. No be who say, he say, she say. When you hear say I need some healing, I be up how much and I'm screaming, Father, Father. My demons still there after me. Principalities force what I'm do. Make I know the best, make a coolie body. But say me cash my in the musu. Na cash out kinds of me who you. No one before. They want to do too. Obi-moi mieux, obi-moi mieux. Sumo obi-moi mieux, sumo obi-moi mieux. I need some help. Put my head on fire can't cool. My head on fire can't cool. Obi-moi mieux, obi-moi mieux. Sumo obi-moi mieux, sumo obi-moi mieux. I need some help. Put my head on fire can't cool. My head on fire can't cool. Of late I've been needing racks. Salute to my woman money. Margin in a mullah. Naturally in a mamuna. Why side the wicked dynamic to be rested in my home? I assume operations. Nothing to me party. Got to turn him sound. Mr. Shebras is halfway. Me age is a fine wine. Me age is a fine wine. Me got to turn him sound. Mr. Shebras is halfway. Me age is a fine wine. Me age is a fine wine. Obi-moi mieux, obi-moi mieux. Sumo obi-moi mieux, sumo obi-moi mieux. I need some help. Put my head on fire can't cool. My head on fire can't cool. Smoking on me. I need some help. Put my head on fire can't cool. My head on fire can't cool.
101.1 megahertz with all your hits and more. .1 megahertz with all your hits and more.
Joker.
Dis-moi mieux, dis-moi mieux. Dis-moi mieux, dis-moi mieux. I need some help. Put my head on fire can't cool. My head on fire can't cool. Slowing down on the marijuana, baby. Spending time training my mental. Softly make I take it to the right place. You can't testify, no be easy. No be who say, he say, she say. When you hear say I need some healing, I be up how much and I'm screaming, Father, Father. My demons still they after me. Principalities force what I'm do. Make I know the best, make a cool body. But say me cash a man in the musu. Na cash out kinds of me who you. No one before. They want anyone to do. Dis-moi mieux, dis-moi mieux. Dis-moi mieux.
All right, you're still live on A1 Radio 101.1 FM, and we will be speaking to the Communication Bureau's head of the National Democratic Congress here in the Upper East region. They have issued a communication asking for immediate rectification of defects on the reconstructed Sumbrungu Naga Road. Without wasting much time, let's go straight on the phone line. Good morning to you for joining us, Mr. Abdallah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Umu Kushumu Tairu.
How are you?
I mentioned your name in full.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I like that name.
Yeah.
So we are well. And,
what prompted the release of the communique? What has happened to the road?
The road is actually deteriorating at a very fast pace. Deteriorating at a very fast pace. And we did our own independent check, and we realized that the road was not properly constructed with the quality of materials the contractor should have used. So that is why we issued this statement. In fact, we have been on that road, doing our own independent checks, speaking to experts, just to find out what might have been the cost. And we've gotten all details. We've reached out to the contractor to see whether if there's a way you could solve it for us or rectify the problems we detected. And he kept on giving excuses. Today it is this, tomorrow it is that, tomorrow next it is this.
Are you able to share some of the excuses he gave?
Yes, one, he said the community didn't give him good gravel. That was one excuse he gave. But he has forgotten that when you are given a contract, it is not the responsibility of the community to give you gravel. It is your responsibility to look for gravel on your own and use it for your work. So an example is Mawum's Construction Company Limited, who is working on the portion of the Big Push Road around Tumu. He comes to Bolga to take his materials. Every day we see his tipper truck line up about 2015. They come around and they take their material to Tumu. So it is not a must that where the project is happening, you must necessarily get gravel from that area. So the contractor, in explaining to us, got it wrong when he sought to blame the community for not aiding him to get gravel. Two, he complained about water, Then when he was even doing the road and wanted water, the community refused to allow him fetch water from the dam. That's the Agosi Dam. And we asked him, did your award letter tell you that you are going to get water from the Agosi Dam? No. The award letter said you have to go and do 11 kilometers of road in 4 different lots, all amounting to almost 51 million Ghana cedis. Wherever you were to get your raw materials from and your water, that was not supposed to be the responsibility of the community. So when will he be able to come back to rectify the issue or the problem? He will give a date. When you call him on that day, he will tell you either he is sick, he had traveled, it is Ghana Highways that is supposed to call him, not we as citizens, not we as a party. So at a point, we all became fed up. But the reality is that where we have gotten to, I have seen it in other regions, that any project they give to any contractor, the onus now lies on the people around to make sure that the project is executed with the best of quality materials. And henceforth, I think that should be our responsibility as people of Upper East. We have been searching for long. That road in 2008 was constructed by President Kufuor. I was already teaching in Botek those days. And I used to use that road. That road that was constructed by President Kufuor didn't last more than 1 year. It deteriorated beyond repairs. Fortunately, 2022, 2021, the road was re-awarded again in 4 lots to 4 different companies. Now this road was done according to the contractor. It was certified by Ghana Highways Company, according to what we have seen. The contractor went ahead to do the road markings. When you do road markings on a road, it means that the road is done. That's the final phase of it. The road was officially handed over just last year, 2025. We are in the middle of this year, and the road is already deteriorating. So if we don't put ourselves together, if we don't call for accountability, if we don't call for a quality job, the contractor will run away and will be paid with all the money he has raised a certificate for, and I and you will suffer. That is why we have to issue this statement, and we have given an ultimatum. We are saying that in 2 weeks, within 2 weeks, we expect the Ghana Highways Authority that acted as consultants to this project and are the supervising department to the project to get the contractor back to site to do the correction. Or else the series of actions we have enumerated will be executed. And that includes, first of all, we are going to petition the minister. And like I've always said, we all know our way to the Roads Minister's office. We'll send a petition to him.
My question is it just that road, or you have an interest in all other roads that were not done well?
Not necessarily roads, all other projects.
Okay,
all other projects.
So it's not a one-off thing. We are going to see several communications.
Of course, not just this one. Just that, of course, you must always start with something, or you must always start somewhere.
Okay.
And we are starting with this one. But look, we must act as a group of serious people, excuse my word, and people should forgive me. But I see on social media every day, the Big Push project, I see people in various regions are giving updates on what the contractors are doing. And that alone will make the contractors do the right thing. We have decided to take a different style. Of course, we will monitor all the projects that are being constructed, not only roads, including the building projects. If we get a hint, if we have evidence that what you are doing is not to the best of quality, we will, of course, not sleep. We will call on the appropriate, responsible department to make sure that the right thing is done through the contractor. And that is what we'll start doing henceforth. And we are starting with this project. And we expect the CEO of all the 4 companies. In fact, the portion that has the problem is, I think, Lot 3 and Lot 4. And the companies' names are Banzaba Company Limited and then Shalabash Company Limited, the 2 of them. The remaining 6 kilometers of road is better. The portion that leads to Zoko Junction is better. But apart from that, right from Bipole, joining from the Navronga Highway, towards Bipole to Agose, the road is completely, is gradually getting very, very bad.
So, after you release the communique, have you heard from the contractor? Has he reached out?
This was done yesterday.
Okay.
I had a conversation with him on Friday. Friday night.
Okay.
And my conversation with him was just to find out when he was going to come back. And that wasn't the first time I engaged him. I still have all our conversation on WhatsApp. In fact, I engaged him almost the beginning of last month on this same project. So I wanted to find out whether if he is coming back anytime soon. And the story he gave the first time, the second time we spoke, is the same story he's repeating, or he repeated. So we realized that the man, he will not come back to do anything. Will not come back to do anything. And we can't allow this to go. No, we can't. There are other institutions.
Will same energy be directed to the airports in case it delays and the cutting of the sort doesn't happen?
Out for the airport, for now we are looking at quality work. But out for the airport, of course, if the project is finally awarded and the contractor comes and he's also not doing a quality job, why not?
I'm not even talking about the contractor doing, I'm talking about it being awarded for work to start. If there's a delay in it.
The issue is that with the airport, we must understand something. A lot goes into putting projects together before they are awarded. When you see a project being awarded, it tells you that all technical aspects of it were done. This is a brand new airport that is supposed to be built on a fresh land. So even access road to the airport will have to be considered. The navigation and everything of the airport will have to be considered. So I don't know whether if there are timelines to ask and when the airport project should be awarded. But what I know is that a lot is happening. We will definitely, or I will definitely be worried. I will definitely be worried if, of course, it goes far and the project is not awarded. Let me say by close of this year, I will definitely be worried. But if the project is awarded and the contractor comes to site and the road is not properly done, obviously, I tell you, obviously, we will have issues and we will call for accountability.
Very well.
That shouldn't be the responsibility of the communication bureau of the NDC alone, led by myself. But it should also be the responsibility of everybody, including you, the journalists. And I'm happy you are giving this press release the attention it needed. It needs. Some of your colleagues started the fight last week. Some started last 2 weeks. What we have done is now to officially state our position as a party and take further decisions. So we appreciate all that you people have been doing. But this goes beyond we and the journalists. It is the responsibility of every citizen in the Upper East region. Every citizen. Because you see that 11 kilometers of road, if it was properly constructed by, under President Kufuor, the 11 kilometers we got in 2022 wouldn't have gone back to Sumburungu, that stretch again. Even if it were to be Sumburungu, we could have used the Zoribisi road linking to Agose. That is another stretch. But unfortunately, when government got money to work on another 11 kilometers, we have no option than to go back to that same road. That was constructed by President Kufuor. And here is the case. The road that was awarded in 2021, 2022 is already getting bad within the space of 1 year. How can we be quiet?
My concern is, I actually want us to end this, but I just want us to touch on this briefly before we end. Where exactly is the problem coming from? An issue of supervision or what? Because they get paid. At what point do they pay? Don't they go to check to see that work has been done and done well before payment is done?
I can tell you that it is both. As much as we blame the contractor, we are calling back the contractor, but I think the Ghana Highways Authority that acted as the consultants or the supervising department should have also done their work properly. I am sorry, but I think that is the reality. Because the gravel they used for that portion wasn't the correct gravel. And everybody knows that even if you don't get the correct gravel, you can treat gravel. Wasn't the correct gravel. That is just all about it. So Ghana Highways must be blamed as much as the contractor. If you give me a contract, a portion of the consultants will go to Ghana Highways. So like what work, what checks did they do before they even allow the contractor to fully hand over and move out of sight? What work? Meanwhile, every project you do, it has stages. And every stage, the contractor comes to check. This Get Farm project that awarded recently, the consultants last week were everywhere checking. They came to check. When they were molding, they check the quality of blocks. When you do set out, they come and check whether your building is properly set out. The treatment of the blocks, the work you are doing, they come at every stage before the roofing. And the same thing is done with roads. So how come the contract was handed over less than a year, the road is deteriorating, and the same engineers who supervise the projects are still there, and we are not blaming them? We are blaming all of them. We are blaming all of them.
All right. Thank you so much. And so you've given him 2 weeks. If he doesn't go back, what next?
We have already outlined when you read our statement.
Yeah, but I want you to say it too. Your statement is a lengthy one. For those who will not read it.
To petition the road minister officially. And the petition will take you to the road minister personally.
Okay.
2, we will make sure that we follow the due process to curtail any other payment due the contractor. And 3, if possible, we will also petition other relevant institutions like YOCO and BNI and the rest also look into the matter.
Okay.
Yes, we have outlined series of actions, and this will not relent. Okay. We'll make sure that the proper thing is done.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time.
I'm grateful.
All right. So that was the communications director of the NDC here in the Upper East region speaking to us about a communication they've put out for all of us to see regarding the work on the Sumbrungu Zoko Road, that they want the contractor back to complete with the work. They are not satisfied with the work. I am equally not satisfied. It's not just about them, but our question is, are they going to channel same energy to all other projects? And they say yes, which is a good thing. To all of us as citizens, I think we should begin policing construction sites. Yeah. So you're still live on A1 Radio. We have some more interviews to come your way. Stay tuned in. Last week was a very busy week for lawyer Anthony Namo. He had so many questions to answer regarding a statement he made about the work of the Black Maria in the Upper East region. He was here on Friday and he corrected that narration. He said not Black Maria, but the Special Operations Team. The Special Operations Team. Okay, National Operations Department, in collaboration with the IP something, I don't want to mention it wrongly, in the region, but not Black Maria. That correction was done. He said it's not Black Maria, it's the National Operations Department of the police, Ghana Police Service. So a group have also issued a communique. They are called NAPAC. And this group, let me get it right. This group says they are the National Patriots Against Injustice and Corruption Ghana. They stand for the interests of those who may not, know what their rights are and the sort of security they should be enjoying. They are here to advocate for a peaceful environment and all of that. They want to expose, condemn, and petition for prosecution of public officials who are involved in corruption practices and also abuse of power. So these people have been working with market women and all of that. Now, the statements made by the lawyer, Anthony Namor, who is the chairperson, the president of the Ghana Bar Association here in the Upper East region, has generated all the talk that we are talking about. But lawyer says that he did not make those statements in his capacity as chairman of the NPP or president of the Ghana Bar Association, but he made those statements in his capacity as a lawyer and a human rights activist. Let me read portions of the statement by NAPAC. And ladies and gentlemen from the media, we now take to you to the issue. Well, let me get it well. What is happening to me this morning? I think I need to get my glasses. I'm struggling to read from my phone. All right, so we are aggrieved and worried about the recent statements made by the Upper East Regional Chairman of the Ghana Bar Association, Mr. Anthony Namor, who is a lawyer. He made the statement at the 44th anniversary remembrance service for the 3 murdered honorable justices of the High Court, organized by the Ghana Bar Association on High Court premises in Bolgatanga on Tuesday, 30th June 2026. As NAPA Ghana, we equally sympathize with the families of the 3 justices and much, in as much as we are very worried about the killing of the 3 justices, we also pray that our dear country Ghana does not witness such a tragedy again, and worried and would like to appeal to the states to do more for the bereaved families beyond the just remembering the 3 justices every year. Surprisingly, the Ghana Bar Association refused to acknowledge the fight against crime by the IGP's task force, Black Maria, who have been in the region for some time now and doing very well in combating crime. It is also interesting to observe that within the first half of the year 2026 alone, the region experienced the murder of an innocent police officer on the Bolgatanga-Tamale Highway, and at least 4 separate armed robbery attacks were visited on traders in the Bolgatanga and its environs in broad daylight. The lives of the individuals matter. The lives of the police officers matter. The lives of traders matter as much as we would expect the Ghana Bar Association to publicly express concerns about the killings of traders, police officers, immigration officers, and teachers, nurses, and other professionals in the region and condemn such killings. Unfortunately, Mr. Anthony Namor, a lawyer, in a speech he delivered at the 44th anniversary remembrance service of the 3 murdered honorable justices of the High Court, stated that police officers had, through their operations, extrajudicially murdered some suspects whose names he mentioned in his speech. As a lawyer, it would be appropriate for him to have substantiated his claims, but he did not do so. We, NAPAC Ghana, find such a speech disturbing until the arrival of the current Upper East Regional Police Commander, DCOP John Ferguson Zinuku. The operations of the Black Maria armed robbers were having a field day, and criminals were killing and robbing residents of their belongings at will in the Upper East region. So we have the secretary of the group on the line, Mr. Yaro Zuma Bani. Good morning to you, and thank you very much for your time this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for your call, and good morning to your listeners.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. This morning we are speaking to you because of your press statement. You indicated that the lawyer Anthony Namor, who is the president of the Ghana Bar Association, made a statement during the remembrance service of the 3 murdered justices of the High Court, which you are not happy with, and you want to bring to light. Can you please throw more light on that for us?
Thank you very much. As I said earlier, good morning to your listeners. But your intro seems to be misleading. We are not against the remembrance of the 3 judges on their 44th anniversary, but there were comments made by the Ghana Bar Association led by...
And before you continue, I did not say you are against the remembrance service. I said you were against comments made by the lawyer at the remembrance service of the 3 justices of the High Court. You may continue, sir.
Very well, very well. Then that is fine. And so now the question is, what was the comment about? The comment was about a task force being established by the IGP to combat crime. And there have been a task force named to be in the region for quite a time now. And in the statement, the Ghana Bar Association president stated categorically that there have been judicial killings and that he thinks the task force were responsible for those killings, even though evidence were not adduced to that statement. And then he continued, he mentioned one police officer by name Ananga, who is one of our own, and that he needed the police to leave his people alone. Now, our question is that who are his people? Are people not the people of others? Now, we have an issue, and the issue is that we are not against the Ghana Bar Association, the interest of protecting lives and property. But we are of the view that here we have serious crimes where police officers were murdered at their posts. Okay, a teacher was murdered at Palugu. He was a momo vendor. A lot, and within Bolgatanga market, in the daylight, afternoon, robbers went into the market, shot and robbed women of their belongings. These are the things that we are looking at. And so we are of the view that even though there might be excesses, which we don't have the evidence, but then we are also of the view that we have evidence that the presence of the police task force had actually brought about peace, okay, in the environs of Bolgatanga or Upper East region to be specific. And so our beef is that it is not proper for the Ghana Bar Association to ask that the task force should leave people alone just because of 1 or 2 bad nuts that they claim to be within their midst. And now we are also saying that, yes, they are lawyers, and lawyers know better. So if it is that the police are involved in other crimes, why? There's freedom of speech, there is law and order. They have all the right to identify those police people and then get them sealed. I have heard it in court where even the IGP is summoned to answer questions in court. And so we are of the view that at least where evidence are proven to be right, that the police task force have been killing people, then those ones should be brought to bear. But just mentioning names and mentioning police officers' names is discouraging. And these are the people who are making us go to sleep in peace. Yeah. And if your memory will serve you right, for the past 3 months, before we came out with this press statement, we had to go to the police to ask when was the last time a motorbike, theft was reported. And I can bet you, for 2 months now, nobody has reported a thievery of motorbike. But before, every day, women on the hospital road, Botek road, will be robbed, pushed down. It hasn't been easy. But the presence of this task force, the IGP task force, has actually brought peace. So we are looking at that good aspect of it and asking that the people should stay, the task force should stay and continue their good works. And that is all. But that is the interest of the GBA. And we also have our interest. Our interest is to keep them to do the good work. But then we also don't subscribe to the killings as alleged by the GBA. We don't subscribe to that one. We don't subscribe to the killings as alleged by the GBA in addressing the issue. But of course, if we have the evidence, then I will say that we will support the GBA to read that all those deviant police people are called to book. That's all we are talking about.
All right. So basically, what your statement seeks to do is to commend the police service for the good work they are doing in the region, and also you would support the questioning of officers who might have taken law into their own hands, allegedly.
Exactly so.
All right.
Exactly so.
All right.
Exactly.
Because of time, we might not be able. We might not be.
We're also calling for GBE to provide evidence for us to help them to prosecute the police officers.
Very well. If you can stay on and listen, I'll be very glad, as in listening to radio, because we are going to be speaking to lawyer Anthony Namo right after you. But if my memory serves me right, on Friday he was here in studio and he indicated that he made those statements in his capacity as a lawyer and a human rights activist, but not as the president of GBA and also not as the chairman of the New Patriotic Party in the Upper East region. But you can still listen to him.
In any case, we didn't talk about any politics. We didn't mention him as a chairman.
Yeah.
We just said be a president.
Yeah, so he said he didn't make the statement in that capacity.
In any case, he didn't make this one in his law office. He made it at a forum where lawyers were gathered. So how do we insinuate that it is in personal capacity? At least as I made the statement, it is NAPAC. I'm just the secretary to NAPAC, but the membership drives, and then we met and brought about this. So I cannot say that is for mine, because he was reading a statement. I don't know whether you have gotten a statement.
I have it.
Yes. And so is that statement headed as personal capacity or is it GBA? If the statement is in the GBA statement, then please, I think, I know he's a human being. We all make mistakes. But I think this one, he should just call it off and say that, sorry, he didn't mean harm. He also liked peace. And then he thinks that security of the region is paramount. And all of us should go with it.
Very well.
We'll be creating fear and panic among the folks, which is not the best.
Very well, sir. Thank you so much for your time. We'll definitely come back to you as and when it's necessary.
I'm very grateful. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much. And that was the secretary for NAPAC here in the Upper East region. They are commending the police for the works they are doing so far in the region, and also calling on the GBA to provide evidence, if there is, to the alleged killing of suspected or armed robbers. So how will I put it? I'm being careful with my words. So that they can all join hands in advocating for people to be brought to book if they took the laws into their own hands. Still going back on the phone lines to speak with lawyer Anthony Namo. Good morning to you, lawyer, and thank you very much for your time.
Good morning, and good morning to your cherished listeners.
I don't know if you were listening to us. We just ended a conversation with Mr. Yaro Zuma. He is secretary of NAPAC. They held a press conference yesterday, commending the police force for their work and also calling on GBA to provide evidence, if there's any, to the alleged killing of suspected armed robbers in the Upper East region. Are you privy to this?
Yes. I've seen excerpts of the press that was read by Yaro Zuma, my good friend. I mean, from the press reading, you could see that Yaro had difficulties even reading the speech that presumably is prepared by him. That is such a society. I don't know whether they understood the contents of what I said on the 30th of June. But if they understood the contents of it, then they should, it's unfortunate that they try to twist us. Nobody says the police are not working. And indeed, we the fact that we praise the professionalism of the Ghana police, led by Superintendent Jacob Jebunidana at the time, is an indication that we appreciated the work the police did and continue to do. And as a matter of fact, in our concluding remarks, if you look at it, we say, God bless the security agencies and the law enforcement and security agencies. So there's no time, if they had taken their time to understand the contents of what we have read, what we are saying is that the people have been killed. And if you say evidence, the police themselves have been the group that did it have said they were engaged in exchanges and they killed them. So what evidence do you need? What we are saying is that why come to that? We first of all said, even when I came to the studio, the emphasis was that there was no such exchanges because these people were arrested by the police and they had no opportunity of having any gun to engage in exchanges. Now, the people have died. How are we going to reconcile that? They are not there to defend themselves. So the evidence is from the police themselves. Norbert, as I indicated earlier, Norbert was invited, he went. So how it turns out to be dead later on? How else, what evidence do you need on that? So Zuma himself was accused of using somebody's name to work for the state. Ask him. He was offered the opportunity in court and he defended himself, and I know he was acquitted and discharged. Assuming they had said that, as soon as Zuma was accused of using somebody's certificate to secure employment, Zuma was guilty, where would he be? He would not have been there to even read this statement. We also, let's go back. If you go back, you know how Zuma handed down the former DCOP Adofem, who was in the region. You go to social media, you see all their publications, how they went about castigating him and what have you. Is it that now his man has come, he doesn't want anybody to talk about his man? No. This is not about those who have died. It's not about Ayuba, it's not about Nobel, it's not about Shamsi, it's about rule of law. How do we ensure that nobody dies in such circumstances? So they can practice all of that and mislead the traders. Traders, most of them have children. Is that how they want to see their children die? So these are the complaints that the point is that the statement that they read yesterday was a total diversion from the point that we raised. The point we raised was about the right to be heard, that somebody is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The police cannot be the complainants, they cannot be the investigators, they cannot be witnesses, they cannot be prosecutors, they cannot be judges, and they can't be executioners at the same time. You can see that the laws of Ghana apply steps in all this. So the 6 functions that should be performed by various people, this is a function that somebody has, one group in the police. And you would also realize that we are not talking about the entire police. We are not saying that the police have heard. We didn't even mention the police commander's name. And we are saying that the National Operations Team headed by they are the people that we are directed. They should stop it now and let IGP, who has been sending them, review their work in the light of those who have died. So that if there is an area that they can refine and proceed, they should refine it. But the manner in which they are executing it now leaves so much to be desired. That is the call that I made. And I guess that this is a harmless call. Nobody should be taking off. And nobody says that crime should not be fought. Society would always fight it. Yes.
So there's, from what you are saying, there seems to be a lot of misinterpretation of what you said. How do you intend to, I'm sure this is by one of the mediums you can use to correct what is out there. But do you intend to further this, or you just want to leave it as it is?
Well, as I said, for those who understood this have understood it. There are people who live in the society and the era of social media. Some people have decided that this is the full thing they want to give it. So no matter the press conferences and the information you give, they will still play by it. But I want to repeat once again that Ghana has laws. We are the democratic era. Democracy also comes with certain demands. We all have to comply with it. It is not to say that people cannot. They have people have decided to take their own opinion. Some are friends to Ananga. They are not happy that his name has been mentioned. And as I said, it's not about those who have died. It's about they have died and we can't revive them again. But do we need to get more people dying? That is the conversation. And so for me, others have made up their mind already. No matter what you say, they will come out with something. So let's leave it as that. That we are asking for rule of law. On that occasion, it was about rule of law. And we have commended the police for the way they've been doing and what have you. So if somebody goes and is hired to do whatever he wants to do, there's evidence that people have died.
But are you happy? Are you happy to hear people say that there seem to be a relative calm? People are more confident to go out at night now and go back home without fearing to be robbed.
Well, that is what people are saying, and others will say that, and you just have to accept what somebody is saying. And there are others too who are afraid to also go out, because the police may also kill them. There are a number of people like that. So you see that in both ways. Whilst others are saying that this and this, others are saying that the shootings that have gone on and people have died. I'm not a criminal, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Why should I have night? Like the last time I was saying that nightlife has now gone down. Not because people are criminal and they're afraid of going out. It is because they are afraid that something will happen. So it's both ways. And I'm saying that it is not the end of motor seizure. Motor seizure happens almost every day. So it's clear that some people continue to do it. So it's a collective responsibility for all of us to fight crime. Motor is seized and I'm able to work and get it. I'm helping the police and I'm helping society. So yes, people may say that things are better, but I'm also saying that there are other areas that others are not better, even within the same region and the same municipality. So it is, as I said, it is because of the nature of our politics. It's important that people, something happens like that, and people want to say that it's them they are aiming at. We are not aiming at anybody. As I indicated, it's not even the entire police. And some of the comments that we are making, as I said, some of the police are not even happy about what their colleagues are doing. So they should really think. That's all about it. They should really think that your feeling of human being, you don't argue about what somebody feels.
What type of synergy should we create such that we are able to fight crime? People are safe. People don't have security issues at their businesses, at home, and as in their day-to-day activities, and also to be able to punish criminals when they really commit crime.
Yes, that is why the last time we were talking about it. We have national security cameras around. And fortunately, we know the locations where these offenses occur. We need to mount most of these security. Our towns are becoming very dark. So we need to have lights system. And with these security cameras around, as soon as somebody gets killed, so let's say the scene. There are not cases that have come forward. We are united with a prosecution. We are unanimous that this crime has been committed. Let the person get the sentence that the person deserves. So we need to lighten up the system. We need to get the police to patrol more, which means that we need to recruit more. We need to get them motorbikes. I'm sure you've seen that in recent times. There were a lot of motorbikes that were deployed, and we need more. And of course, as citizens, we also need to help them. The police cannot do it alone. Most of the criminals live in our society. They live among us. What are we doing if we don't help the police? I mean, would they be able to do it alone? So that we avoid this kind of self-help measure, this kind of easy and this extrajudicial killing, we'll avoid it. We don't want a situation where we now sit to that. Because somebody may say that, oh, the person was a criminal and they killed him. But what happens if, for instance, somebody is not a criminal and is killed? we have also abolished death sentence as a corporal practice. It's not life in prison. So has anybody got power to do that? So it's a punishment that has been meted out to some. That's what I've said that, and person has passed. So, like you said, we all need to come on board and help. The states, the police need to be helped. But this kind of the issue I face has to do with a special group of the police service, not the entire police service. If it was the entire police service, why will I be asking IGP to look into it? I'm asking that IGP, you have sent your people to do an assignment. The manner in which it is being executed, let's look at it again. That's it. So, thank you for the opportunity, and I know others understood it. Zuma had a right to be heard, and he managed to defend himself. Ask him whether it's true or not that he was given the opportunity. How does it feel if he had not been given the opportunity and he was just condemned, even 2 days in prison? He will not be happy, let alone being killed.
Very well. So, lawyer, before you go, actually not related to this, because you've stated categorically in the previous engagements that you made those statements in your capacity as a lawyer and not as president of GBA. But this question I'm going to ask, because I'm privileged to have you this morning, I just want to take advantage and ask you of a question relating to your political party. There's a new group, a youth group that has been created called the Lions of MPP. Are you aware of this group, and what do they seek to do?
I've been very busy. Expressing and what have you. And therefore, I've not come across, we are in a transition. Some of us are handing over obviously, we have the youth wing of the party, which is also being reconstituted. So we've not had any engagement as such. So I have to find out. I don't want to hazard a guess. I don't know who are behind it. I don't know the leaders and what have you. So to use the word lion, the word lion connotes so many other things. So I will have to find out from my youth wing whether there's something like that, because we are in transition. You understand? Once we are in transition, you have to hand over and then give the new group the latitude to decide what.
This morning we spoke to the leader. We spoke to the leader of the group, and he indicated that there are a group of youth groups in the party that have come together to form the group, and one of the things they seek to do is to provide security for the party at events, and also
that's
to
what I'm saying, that's why I told you that I don't have any information about them.
Okay.
They haven't come to sit with me to let me do, because if it comes to the youth, they immediately come under the youth wing.
Okay.
And then from the youth wing, it now comes to me as a chairman. But because if they come to me, I would have referred them to the youth wing. They haven't come to me. They haven't come. I'm not too sure whether the youth organizer is aware. Youth organizer has told me that because they are doing for leadership, he doesn't want to be seen around. And so he has taken a cover, so he has permission to go under. And he has no role to play in the constituency elections. We are doing the vetting and whatever. So our hands are prepared at the moment. So now that you draw my attention to it, we will look for the group and understand what they stand for, and maybe after that we can have a better engagement.
But looking at your party structure and activities that have been undertaken and those yet to be taken, do you think that the party at this time needs a youth group that can come in to augment the security that will be provided by security services of this country?
We need a security at the polling station. Every polling station has a youth organizer. And youth organizer will help in those who will help the party get votes. We canvass with votes. Because that the larger part of our operation is very peaceful. Except in the last election, we know what happened, where guns were placed at people, and they were threatened to record zero for our presidential candidate and in some cases the parliamentary candidate in the Boku zone in particular. If you go today to dig out the polling station document, what actually happened, there were areas that were even for 100, 200, and they recorded zero. So maybe that is what is leading to that. But as I said, we have a peaceful regime in terms of election violence. And I mean, I want to believe that we have to use peaceful to achieve whatever purpose that we have. And as I indicated, I'm yet to sit with them and then to understand the point, because everybody knows that we are doing polling. We have finished polling station, electoral area election. We are now in constituency election, and it's a huge job. So we have been very busy at that. So my mind hasn't actually gone there.
All right. Thank you so much, Lawyer Anthony Namo, for your time this morning. We are very grateful. We wish you a good day.
Thank you very much.
All right. So you are still live on A1 Radio 101.1 FM, and this is Daybreak Upper East.
Joker.
Be-moi mieux, I need some help. Put my head on fire can't cool. My head on fire can't cool. Slowing down on the marijuana, baby. Spending time training my mental. Softly make I take it to the right place. You can't tell.
It's been a very busy morning.
Nobody who say, he say, she say. When you I say I need some healing.
Some youth groups in the Upper East region.
My demons still they after me.
From the MPP have put themselves together to create a group called the Lions of MPP. So we spoke to the leadership this morning, and we are told they want to see how they can canvass for vote and also provide security for the party at party gathering. Officials from the Ghana Health Service also joined in to talk about the free public health care and districts that are benefiting from it. We took a look at the maternal deaths and what we can do collectively to curb this. NAPAC, through their secretary Yaro Zuma, issued a statement yesterday commending the police force in the Upper East region for a good job done, because they say the region is peaceful now and people can now go about their day-to-day activities without fearing that they will be attacked by armed robbers. And also, they are calling on the Ghana Bar Association to provide them with evidence.
Going down on the marijuana, baby. Spending time training my mental. Softly make a
that suggests that suspected armed robbers were killed without being heard, so that they can collectively join
when you say I need some healing. I be up how much to
call for the right thing to be done. Lawyer Anthony Namo wrapped it up for us. We're also joined by Abdullah Salifu, Communications Director of the NDC in the Upper East region. They have given a contractor 2 weeks ultimatum to go back to site the road from Sumbrungu that leads to Zoko through the B Poly. It needs to be worked on. So yes, there's been a packed morning. But before I go, let me just say that something big is coming this July. It's bringing nuts to you. It's telling you what the nut is made of.
Of late I've been needing
Northern Business Fair 2026, where culture meets comments and Made in Ghana takes center stage. For 2 exciting days, Jubilee Park will come alive with creativity, innovation, and enterprise
coming to me back.
from across Northern Ghana, from hand-woven smokes to beautiful crafted products and fast-growing local brand. Discover, connect, and grow. Meet up SME startups and homegrown brands all in one vibrant space. Saturday 25th of July to Sunday 26th of July 2026 at Jubilee Park from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Ready to showcase your business? Please call 020-5973-973. Don't miss it. Be a part of the story. The Northern Business Fair 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from CTFM
Slowing down on the
and sponsored by Ecobank.
time training.
Media partners A1 Radio and Boga FM.
You can testify to be.
On that note, I want to say thank you to you all for your time and listenership.
I be up how much
We are back tomorrow, inshallah,
my demons.
with another interesting edition of Daybreak Upper East,
Let's make a cool body.
an edition that seeks to encourage
Cash out and
us all to be citizens and not spectators, to say something when we see something, to be vigilant at all times. Come your way with good music, information, news updates in and around the region. We are your number one companion from 6 to 10 a.m. Have a blessed morning. For myself and the entire team, comprising of Brakalala, Joseph Appian, Moses Appian,
late I've been needing
Nelson, Abwaji Emmanuel. We say thank you so much to Posia Zo. My name is Humu Kusum Tahiru. Have a blessed morning.
Mrs. Shebras is up way. Me is a fine wine. Me is a fine wine. We got to get him, sir. Mrs. Shebras is up way. Me is a fine wine. Me is a fine wine. I need some help.